Turn the page, let your story bloom. Style inspired by every room, every outfit, every story. Style by the story.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I pray that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from Tina Wonderfully Made. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit subscribe. We talk faith, family, and fiction here, and fashion. If you're returning, welcome back. This is the second episode of Style by the Story. Thank you for coming back. If this is your second time checking these videos out. Now, I'm excited about this one because we are styling Theo of Golden. When I was reading this, they do give descriptions of outfits that people are wearing and stuff like that, but I wanted to pick the main character. Little Mr. Theo. Love him to death. Let me just tell you about what the story is if you have not read it. I'm sure a lot of people have. And then we'll just talk about the outfit, okay? Now, Theo is a little old man. He finds himself in this little town called Golden. And he was just like, let me go grab a cup of coffee in this little coffee shop called Chalice. And when he goes in there, he's looking on the walls because he notices that there are sketched portraits of a whole bunch of people, like different ages and races and nationalities and walks of life and just men and women, children, like different people, and he's captured by it. Like he's just like, I wonder what this is about, because it's very like random. So he goes to Shep, which is the coffee shop owner. I believe he's the owner, and he's like, hey, tell me what these portraits are. And he goes, it's a local artist. He wanted to draw people that are here in the coffee shop. And we decided to hang them. They are for sale, blah, 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 but nobody's bought them. And Theo's like, this is my purpose. This is my purpose for being here in this little town. So he goes home and he's thinking about it, and he's like, what am I going to do with these portraits? And he decides he's going to purchase every single portrait one by one, and he wants to write a handwritten letter to the rightful owner. And he's like, I'm going to give this to you as a gift. I don't want anything in return. This is, you can do with it whatever you please. Like, and people are like hesitant, like, okay, no, this is weird. Like, no one ever writes handwritten letters anymore. Like, is this a scam? They're very hesitant. And I feel like nowadays that's how we feel. A lot of people, if they were to get a handwritten letter in the mail, they're gonna be like, what's going on? Like, who's trying to get me? And he's like, I want nothing in return. Like, I just want to sit with you at the Fetter, which is the little fountain area, on the bench, and just chat. And here's your gift. Oh my gosh. When the stories start coming and these people are like telling Theo who they are, because that's all he says, like, who are you? Like, what's your story? And they at first are like, what are you gonna do with this info? And they open up. Like, he has such a presence to him that you feel comfortable. And it's very rare that you see that nowadays, like, to actually sit down with a stranger and actually like pour your heart out. So very rare. And I feel like that's what the world needs, is just to find a peace in people, to find that time to sit down and get to know people and their story. And that is what this story is about, because heavens to Betsy, the stories that are told. And the one character that really stands out to me so far is Ellen, and she's a homeless woman. They had a hard time finding her, but she showed up to the Fed, and she's like, no one's ever written me a letter. Like, what is this about? Are you trying to scam me? What are you trying to do? Like, but she, even in her homeless state, she finds the strength and the humility to be like, I'm still a person. She dresses up. She has someone help her find the, prettiest things that she could find. And she sits and chats. But it takes a whole lot for Theo to get something out of her, because she's very hesitant because of the life that she has lived and the trauma that she's gone through, that she's like, kind of like, what, wait, I'm going to open up, but what for? Like, what are you going to tell me? And he ends up asking her one simple question, and he says, what is the most happiest moment of your life? And when she starts telling her story, the tears just start coming, because the story that she's telling is not a story that you or I would find happy. But she, at the end, brings it all together, and she tells Theo the happiest moment. Just a snippet, little piece of her story that brought her happiness. And we would pass that. If we were listening to her story, we would pass that little precious little moment that brought her happiness, and we would just focus on all the ugly around it. And I was so touched by that. Like, so touched, because your story is not my story, and my story is not your story. And what we find happy may not be happy to you, and vice versa. But people are just, we need a glimpse of happiness in the midst of like chaos. And that one, tore me up. Now I'm only 45 to 50% in, and this book has taken me so long to go through because I don't want it to end. Like, I purposely don't pick it up because I'm like, what if it ends? I don't want it to end. And it's already given 5-star. If you have not read it, I highly recommend it. It's so good. There are little snippets of like Christianity, and you could, like, if you are a Christian, you could see, you could feel that. But it's, if you're not a Christian, you would still, I feel, would love this book. But anyways, let's talk about why we're here. Here's the outfit. Now I'm doing 2, and I chose Theo because I love him. If I could find a little Theo somewhere, I would sit down with him and we would just chit chat, because you're cute. Like, and one article of clothing that they say all the time is his green fedora. I don't have a green fedora. I'm now, after reading this book, I definitely need to find one, but I have an orange one. It's my husband's. Don't tell him. And he tells the people that he's saying, hey, let's meet up at the Feder. I will have my green fedora on. I'm a little old man, blah, blah, blah. And that's how they spot him out. Now, this outfit is very simple. I'm sure you have a lot of these items in your, closet, in your wardrobe, or they're easy pieces to find at a thrift store. This is just a thrifted cardigan, very lightweight. You could wear this in the spring, early fall, late summer. My weight tee is just a plain t-shirt tee from Target, under $10. Now, all of my articles of clothing, the t-shirt's the most expensive. Now, my shoes, actually, they're Hey Dudes. I've had them forever. Don't even remember where I got them. Maybe at Marshall's or Ross. I don't remember. On sale. And then I'm going to, I also have some thrifted pearl earrings. Not real, because your girl can afford the real, okay? My wedding band that I always wear. And then I just put on a little stack of bracelets, even though you can't see it. But if I wanted to push up the sleeves, I could, just to make it a little bit more relaxed. My jeans are thrifted, my skinny jeans. And I think that's it. Now let's switch to the other outfit. Right here, all I did was take off the cardigan and added a little thrifted blazer. None of my blazers that I have are retail. They're all thrifted, and you will find some good ones, especially in the men's section. I also have gotten blazers and threw on like some pins on the lapel, some, you know, cute little buttons, or you can even add patches just to make it a little more edgier. And then my slides, I got them on sale at Kohl's for like $5 or something. But you can put on like some penny loafers. You can throw on a, you know, a cute little Converse. I love a good Converse shoe. If you've seen like my style of my Monarch Closet IG, which is in the description, I do post like, you know, outfits here and there, but I always have my Converse on. I love Converse. So you can throw a Converse, you can throw on, you know, a little Nike shoe, an Adidas shoe, any little flat, and call it your own, okay? Now, comment down below if you've read Theo of Golden and what your favorite story was, what stood out to you. If you have not read it, are you thinking about reading it after watching this video? I hope so, because it's so good. And also, if you have like a favorite piece from these outfits, let me know what it was. Anyways, I didn't want this video to be extra long. I just want to give you some style info, some style inspo, and some story time. I'm just like thinking about me doing these videos. I am just like, I just smile the whole time. I don't know if you can notice, but yeah, at first, like, I was like, what do I want to style? And I was like, I'm still reading Theo of Golden, and I love every single thing about this book. I'm gonna do Theo of Golden. And so Little Mr. Theo was my inspo for today, and I am so happy about it because I would wear this outfit anywhere. I don't even want to take it off. But yeah, anyways, with all that being said, thank you for stopping by, and always remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.